Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 14, I think it is now, of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So we are on to the conference finals for the first time under my GM supremacy, if you want to call it that, or dictatorship, or whatever you want to say. But we're anyways up against the Arizona Coyotes, who've already won one Stanley Cup in this universe, or series you want to call it. So they're a very young team, but they have some okay vets. Well, not okay vets. They have some vets on their team. In Desharnais and Kuhlman. But the rest of their team is like 24, 26, 23, 21. So they're a really good defensive team for their top four. Really weak for the bottom six, though, because like Kulak, who is their depth guy, is just as good as Dan Girardi is. So I feel like we beat them almost like defensively to an extent, except for OEL. But then like our offense might be weaker than theirs, and in goaltending wise, we blow them out of the water with Dubnyk destroying Antti-Raanta, but Antti-Raanta still simulates really well, so we can't rule him out. So anyways, we're gonna get this conference finals done in this episode, obviously, and if for some reason we get eliminated, I just want to show you guys who I am going to be drafting for sure in round number 1 and in this upcoming draft, because I was doing a bunch of scouting, I guess, in Canada, and I found an exact elite who's supposed to go in the second round as well, just kind of like I did with the goaltender last year when we drafted Whiting. But this guy is a forward, 5'8", 167, Larry Suarez. So this guy's a really small playmaker. He seems really interesting. He's probably really fast, and he's supposed to go in the second round, like I said, exact elite. So I'm going to take that guy in our first round pick this year for sure, if I could get the chance to. More than likely I will. If we have like the 31st overall pick, I should be able to still get him because he's supposed to go in the second round. And he's only 17 in comparison to these guys who are all supposed to go in the top 5 and 18. So this guy might not be making like the NHL year number 1, but he might make it in like a couple years. If he's like an 80 something overall, though, that'd be nice too. So anyways, thought I would show you guys that so you guys know. Basically, I'm pre-recording all these playoff episodes, and I'm going to pre-record probably the draft in the off-season as well, because I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done, because Thanksgiving is on Monday, and I just want to have a bunch of stuff pre-recorded because my brother's coming home for a week from Toronto, so I kind of just want to have kind of like a week where all my uploads are just scheduled, and yeah, you guys could watch them when they appear up. So anyways, game 1 versus Arizona in the Gila River Arena, I think it's called. First period, and we are down 1-0 right off the bat. Dylan Strome getting a goal 24 seconds in. Shots are 11-7 though in favor of us. Hopefully Dubnyk doesn't blow it. Like last round he had a really good simulation. The first round he didn't have the greatest, so hopefully he continues to play good here in this third round. So second period, and we still don't have a goal, but we hold them only to 2 shots in that period, I think, as we're shooting them 23-9 going into the third period. We have to come through at least. I don't think Raanta could shut us out. There you go. Dumba with his second of the playoffs makes it 1-1. They only have 10 shots. Holy crap. I think we only held them to 2 shots in that period. You guys will probably find out in the game summaries thing, because I'm going to do game summaries like I did for each for last year's playoffs. So we are going to overtime in game number 1. Shots are now 29-18, so they got a lot more shots in that third period. But let's just get it done here in overtime, guys. Penalty kill it off, good job. The penalty kill seems to be playing better than it did during the regular season, but Arizona is going to take a 1-0 series lead as Tobias Reeder ends it in overtime. So our first loss on the road to start off a series, actually. So Strome's 6th of the playoffs. Okay, Dumba from Granlund and Brodin, and Reeder's 5th of the playoffs. So I guess Reeder and Strome might be their top goal scorers so far. So let's just check the 3 stars. So Raanta is basically the reason they won that game, because they got heavily outshot. Not really the greatest performance from Devan Dubnyk. Hopefully we could bounce back in game number 2. If we fall down 2-0 in the series, though, I might make some line changes. Arizona's been playing just as good as us. They're 9-3, we're 8-3, so Game 2, come on, let's tie the series up, guys. We want to get to that Stanley Cup final. First period, and oh man, that's not what we want to start off with. Keller and Domi make it 2-0 Coyotes after 1 period of play. Shots are 13-10 in favor of them as well. Second period, okay, that's good. We got back within 1. Nino Niederreiter, who had a great first round, ties the game, pulls us within 1 going into the third. Shots are 21-20 now only in favor of Arizona. Let's just have a good third period here. Hopefully we can come back from a 2-0 deficit like we did last year in the playoffs multiple times, I think. Come on, guys, one more goal. Tie the game up. Power play. We don't score. Last 7-8 minutes. Come on, guys. Come on. Don't fall again 2-1. Like, our offense is seeming to dry up. And, oh, big late goal from Mikhail Granlund. We seem to score a lot of late goals in the playoffs, too. It seemed like last year, I think Kunin, Kaprizov, Prize, just to name a few, all had late goals. So we're being outshot 34-26, but we're headed to overtime in game number 2. Can we steal a game away from them like they did for us in game 1? Penalty kill. Good job. Come on, let's get a power play of our own. Last 10 minutes here of overtime. Is it going to go to a double overtime in game number 2? This has been a pretty good defensive series. So shots are 41-34 in favor of the Yotes. Come on, guys, we need to get that goal. I know we're being outshot, but we need to get it. Come on, and yes, we're gonna get it. Ryan Suter, probably the captain of the team. I don't even know who's our captain right now. And we have won game 2 by a score of 3-2. Even though they outshot us, we take the game. Dubnyk makes 30 saves, or 40 saves, my bad, and gets first star. Niederreiter gets second star. Clayton Keller gets the third star. Let's just go to the box score so I could put this stuff into the Google Sheets page. So Niederreiter from Riley and Eriksson Ek, Granlund from Niederreiter and Eriksson Ek, and Suter from Versteeg and Parise. So I think Versteeg's 2 assists that he's had so far in the playoffs have been both on overtime winning goals. So maybe he's just a good helper in overtime situations, which is not too bad of a player to have. So at least we stole 1 game in Arizona. Let's see if we could get it done here in game number 3 on home ice. If we could take both these games, we could take a 3-1 stranglehold. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So first period, and okay, it's 1-1. So OEL makes it 1-0 for the Yotes, but then Kirill Kaprizov answers back. We're being outshot heavily, 18-9 after 1. So Devan Dubnyk with a great first period. Even though he let in 1 goal, he made 17 saves. So guys, we gotta let them not get so much chances anymore. Second period, there you go, getting the lead. Matthew Dumba. So we're still being outshot 27-21, but we have the lead. So I think that's actually Dumba's second of this round too. So or round 3. So third period, let's just lock it down. I know they have a lot more shots than us, but we stole a game from them last time. Let's just do it again. Maybe Devan Dubnyk is going to win a Conn Smythe this year. Oh, and it's going to be tied up by Derek Stepan. Come on, guys. There you go. Kill that rest of that off. Last 3 minutes. Is it going to back-to-back overtimes? Yes, we are. So this has been a really good defensive series. So Devan Dubnyk has 38 saves throughout 3 periods. Hopefully he could get a couple more, and we could just get one past Ranta and take this game here on home ice. Come on, boys. Only 5 minutes in so far, and there it is. Zach Parise. See, Zach Parise comes through a lot in overtimes, and we have taken another game even though we were outshot and by a score of 3-2, and we have a 2-1 series lead in the conference finals actually too. So Kaprizov from Stahl, Dumba from Stahl and Brodin, and Parise from Ennis and Suter. So that's why I didn't trade away Parise at the trade deadline, is because he comes through in the playoffs a lot more than he does in the regular season. So hopefully he could just continue that for this round, and hopefully if we get to the Stanley Cup Finals, that as well. So we're 10-3 now in the playoffs. Let's see if we could take a 3-1 stranglehold in the conference finals and maybe head to the Stanley Cup Finals. First period, and holy shit, a lot of offense. We're up 3-2 though. Ryan Murphy actually comes through in the playoffs, makes it 1-0. But then Christian Fischer is going to answer right back and make it 1-1. It wasn't actually right back, it was like 7 minutes later. Parise then answers 3 minutes after that, making it 2-1 for us. Reeder ties it up at 2, and then Granlund less than a minute later, gives us a 3-2 lead after 1. Shots are 11-11. Both goalies not playing good in this game in comparison to the last 3 games. So, second period, and they get one as well. So, Lawson Krause with 3 seconds left in the second. That's a ball buster. We're being outshot 24-16. Come on, guys. We need to have a good third period here. Get a lot more chances. Get that winner. Parise, I know you like to come through late or in third periods or overtimes. You can do it again. Or Kaprizov or somebody like that. Luke Kunin, I haven't seen Kunin since first round, and Niederreiter scores, and we have a 4-3 lead. Are we going to take a 3-1 series lead on the Arizona Coyotes? Yes, we are. So we are 1 game away from going to our first Stanley Cup Finals appearance in franchise history. So Murphy from Greenway and Jaskins to the 4th line / top 6 defensive pairing, getting it done. Parise from Coyle and Suter. Granlund from Eriksson, Ekin, Niederreiter, and Niederreiter from Suter and Granlund. Nice. We are 1 game away from the Stanley Cup Finals. So Niederreiter with 2 points gets first star, Granlund with 2 points gets second star, and Suter with 2 points gets the third star. Okay, so we are on to game number 5. Let's just end the series tonight. If we lose in Arizona, hopefully we could just end it on home ice at least. So game 5, Arizona's going to try and come out really hard in this game. Let's get it done, guys. First period, and okay, it's 2-1 Arizona. So Coyle got us the early goal, but then Christian Fischer and Derek Stepan with a late goal give the Yotes a 2-1 lead after 1. Shots are even 8-8. Second period, okay. 3-2 game now. Dvorak makes it 3-1 for them, but Parise has pulled us within 1 going into the third, and we are out shooting them 18-14. Let's have a comeback like what we did last year and get this game done. Since we're out shooting them, we should be able to tie it up, I think. Last 10 minutes here of the third period, still down by only 1 goal. Oh, Dylan Strome's going to make it 4-2 Arizona. That's probably the one that seals the deal here in game 5. And okay, wait, Greenway puts in a late goal, but it's not going to be enough. So if Dylan Strome would not have scored, we could have been heading to overtime, but we lose game 5 in Arizona. Greenway gave us a chance with that late goal, but whatever. So Coyle from Parise from Suter and Ennis, and Greenway from Versteeg and Jaskin. So Parise's been really good actually in these playoffs, or in this round at least. He's had like a couple goals, he's had some assists. Definitely glad I kept him at least for this year. So let's go on to game number 6. Let's just seal the deal here on home ice, guys. If we lose this game though, I'm going to probably make some line changes, probably move Parise up to the first line or something. I don't know. So game number 6. Let's get this series ended. First period, okay, I'll take it 2-1. Perlini makes it 1-0 for the Yotes, but then Dumba and Greenway with another playoff goal. He's trying to prove himself, makes it 2-1 for us after 1. We're being outshot 13-11 though. Second period, and we got more offense. It's a 4-3 game all of a sudden. Clayton Keller ties the game up, but then Jaskin makes it 3-2 for us, and Kaprizov looks like he put it away, making it 4-2, but Clayton Keller with a late goal in the second period makes it a 4-3 game going into the third. They're shooting us though 27-20, so let's just get an insurance marker here early in the third and hopefully just play good defensively for the rest of the way. And Keller with a hat trick. Shit, Clayton Keller's coming through a lot, and it's a 4-4 game here in the third. You can't contain Clayton Keller. He's playing like Ovechkin did last night, well, against my Sens. And Niederreiter with a late goal. Is that going to be it? Is that going to be it? Yes, it is. And your Minnesota Wild have ended the series in 6 games and are headed to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time in franchise history. And it's the first time a Minnesota team in the NHL has made the playoffs or the Stanley Cup Finals since the Minnesota North Stars did, I think, against the Pittsburgh Penguins. You could probably correct me if I'm wrong. That's just a guess out of my top of my head. So Matthew Dumba from Kaprizov and Kunin, Greenway from Versteeg and Suter, Jaskin from Spurgeon and Greenway, Kaprizov from Brodin and Kunin, and Niederreiter from Granlund. But look at that, Clayton Keller had 9 goals in the playoffs, but we managed to contain his team at least, and we win in 6 games. So Keller gets first star with 4 points in that elimination game. Greenway gets second star with 2 points, and Kaprizov gets third star with 2 points. So seems like the youngsters played great in that one. So we're off to our first ever Stanley Cup Finals appearance, and this is only year number 3. That's the only thing that kind of bugs me about starting a GM series with a team that could make the playoffs. Is it's not as fun as a rebuilding team because it takes a while to get them to the Stanley Cup Finals. But the good thing is, if all our players are kind of getting older, we might have to be going back into a rebuilding stage in the next couple years. So this might be a nice early cup to win, and then maybe we could win some more cups down the road. So let's see who we are up against in the Stanley Cup Finals. It's either Carolina or Toronto, who are both going to a Game 7. Or, well, they're obviously both going to a Game 7 because they're in a Game 7 together. Who's going to win? I'd rather face Carolina, I think, even though they probably have a good defensive core. Toronto is just... I think Toronto made some big acquisitions at the trade deadline, if I remember correctly. So I'm feeling Toronto's going to win it, though. Even though I don't want them to. Come on, slow simulation. Okay, we're up against... Once it loads, yep, the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we have to face Austin Matthews, all those young guys. We have to face Timothy Liljegren, who had a crazy 70-point rookie season, and he's an 86 now. Oh, this is scary. Let's take a look at our player stats for that round first before we take a look at what the Leafs look like. Let's see how the Leafs get there first. So the Leafs took out Columbus in 7, Buffalo in 7, and Carolina in 7. So Toronto has played 21 games, so hopefully they're really dead tired by this Stanley Cup Finals, and they can't play good at all, and hopefully we could just eliminate them that way. So considering they've already played 21 games and they haven't even started the Stanley Cup Finals yet, they've played the most games possible. So, and we've only played 16 to get into this finals. So Parise 11 points, Granlund and Suter all 11 points actually. Niederreiter 10, Coyle 9, Kaprizov 8. Eriksson, Ek, and Kunin 8 points. Greenway and Spurgeon 6 points. Dumba, Brodin, Ennis 5 points. And then 3 players tied with 4 points and 2 players with 2 points. Goaltending, Dubnyk's probably saved himself now. 11-3-1. 2 shutouts, 919 save percentage, and a 2.31 goals against average. It's not as good as it was at the end of last round, so oh well. Now let's take a look at the lines for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's probably going to be pretty scary because I could see Matthews being a 90-something overall. Once that guy's just have to be back, do something. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So the Toronto Maple Leafs actually during a regular season finished 50-19-3. So they might have been the President's Trophy winning team as well. So we're just hoping we could somehow get past these guys. Let's take a look at what they look like. I'm expecting them to be a really scary team. Toronto, there you go. So, yes, they are. Holy shit, yeah, this is a really scary team. So, Nylander, Matthews, and Marner all on the same line. All playmakers as well. 86, 90, 87. One's a high elite. 2 of them are a medium elite. Yeah, that's a scary-ass first line. The oldest one there is 24 in Nylander. The second line, you got Van Riemsdyk with Kadri and Marleau. Marleau's still playing at 40 years of age. Interesting. Kadri is 29 and Van Riemsdyk 34, so that's a really good second line as well. Third line is pretty solid as well. Colin Wilson, defensive kind of players, Bozak and Hyman. So yeah, they might be a really good offensive team in the top 6 and a good defensive team in the bottom 6. Then you got Soshnikov, Kirby Reichel, and Reed Boucher. So their weak point is Reichel and Boucher. How's Reichel's face-off? 73. So maybe we could win some face-offs against him, and that's how we could win games. I don't know. Defensively, though, look at that top two, Riley and Liljegren. 90 and 87 overall, so their power play is probably like the grossest shit. Yeah, they have good depth as well. You got Martinez and Tanev. Tanev they picked up recently. Martinez I think they picked up a couple years ago in this. And Phaneuf they picked up on year number 1. If you guys didn't see in the transaction thing, Ottawa actually traded them back to Toronto, which is kind of funny. And then you also got Nikita Zaitsev. So this defensive core is very strong. It's going to be kind of scary to play against. Goaltending, really good starter, but a really weak backup. So you got Anderson 87 and Khudobin 78. Scratched. They have nobody scratched. So if one of their top players gets injured, they're going to have to call up somebody from the minors, which is a good thing. I'm not saying somebody's going to get injured, but that's still a really scared team all around. I just want to see what their power play line looks like. Yeah, look at that power play. Liljegren, Riley, Marner on his off wing with Matthews on center and Nylander on his normal wing, but still really good. Yeah, their power play is probably scary. Okay, anyways, guys, I guess that's going to be it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So next episode, we will take it to the Stanley Cup Finals where we have to face the young and scary Toronto Maple Leafs. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.